fine art student.
Right, that was it. He's a fine arts student. So our running theory right now is that he was hired to make the forgery, and then during the course of making that forgery went completely insane and then was committed. This all
By Professor Leader.
Yeah, by Leader, yeah.
Involuntarily as well.
But then, of course, Leader dies, and, well...
They list no next of kin or anything like that.
Yeah, so the kids still had the papers, so Leader may not have been able to get to him, you know? Who knows?
Wait, is there another copy? Is there the forgery?
Yes.
Oh, the forgery.
Really?
There's the forgery and then the original documents, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
A lot of the Hobhouse manuscript he's copied, but he was having trouble copying the diagrams and stuff. So it's not a complete copy per se, but it's pretty well done, except for the witch paper part.
Except for the crazy part.
Are you saying give the copy
complete forgery? It's pretty much a complete copy except for the diagrams. Is that what we're?
Yes.
Also the medium in which the documents are written.
But the thing is, though, too, it does seem to be a draft copy because there are notes in some of the margins of Cecil noting to himself where he needed to make improvements on certain pages, or he made some mistakes. So it is a forgery, but it's not complete.
Gotcha.
Although you guys did find other forgeries in progress as well. He was in possession of some other books and papers, university property, that he was apparently copying as well.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So there's other Cthulian books floating around, yes.
Well, not those particular books, Tom, because they were more like rare history books. Some books were in French, some old French texts and stuff like that. Nothing's, witchcraft related as far as you can tell, mostly history stuff or old European history in some of them.
But university property.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. And you remember Professor Roach mentioned that he had been suspicious of Dr. Leader, borrowing unauthorized materials from the university and stuff like that. He was aware
Although we didn't really get much information on that, did we? Like what those materials were. I'm assuming more books, right?
The Hobhouse collection?
No, the books that Roach was saying Leader was using incorrectly, or like that he was taking from the university.
Well, when you guys revealed to Dean Fallon that Leader was a criminal, basically, forging this stuff, Roach spoke up and said that he was aware of that, and that he had thought that Leader was using university property inappropriately. I think is what he said. But it was a brief, discussion with Roach too in Fallon in the room closet.
Right, but what I'm saying is we don't know what he meant by university property.
Mm-mm. Only in relation to his forgeries.
Right.
Should we return to the dean all the other books and materials collected, if they're not Cthulian, and as well as the forged
like that
papers? Okay, the notes that were written in the sides. I mean, are they in pencil? Can we erase it? I mean, can't we? Here are the papers.
Well, let me say this. Okay, the forgery itself. Cecil Hunter was obviously a very talented artist. They're close to the originals. The coloration is a little different, the pages and stuff, but it looks like he took a lot of time working on this. Just down to the details of the handwriting. It's just like Hobhouse's handwriting. There are some mistakes, and crossouts and things like that Hobhouse had in his original document that are there. So he did a really good job. It's just he looks like he just did not fully complete it.
Lee, I should also mention something else very important that happened last session, and that was after we basically escaped the sanitarium. The kid got away and has apparently been on the run from the police. We completely sidestepped that, instead opting to go just directly to his apartment before anybody else could. So he's out there.
He's around.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
when you guys were talking to Hunter, he seemingly became possessed and did the spider climb up the wall, tore the bars off the window, and squirmed out the window, into the snowstorm that's happening
Okay.
now in Arkham.
Yeah, Walter's trying to deny it that it happened.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
his
Let
eyes
me
were.
hear denial. I want to hear the denial.
Yeah, his eyes began smoking, guys. The patient's eyes were smoking, and then just started strobing and flashing with this white, horrible light.
Yeah, then we got out of there and we started to hear the nurses scream, so we just decided to leave.
Well, you went to the office. You told the orderlies to give you his
Good luck
stuff.
with that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you guys, Dr. Chandler signed for Hunter's stuff real quick in the office before you guys peeled out of the parking lot of the Arkham Sanitarium.
That's right.
Gotta sign our P's and Q's, take legal control of all of his assets first.
And being outside in the parking lot looking back at the sanitarium, you can see the busted out window in the second story up there. And it's like 20 feet off the ground. Hunter must have jumped down 20 feet from that window. And then you guys get back to Jimmy's place. You guys have the papers, Chandler's checking them out. And you hear a report from Jimmy's guys. Jimmy's guys tell him that the coppers are chasing the kid that escaped the sanitarium out by the railroad tracks and the rail yards and Water Street, down there on the river. They didn't bite on that either. They were like, "You want me to do something?" He's like, "No, we're going to stay here." So yeah, and this is just recently, just a couple hours ago. It's getting towards evening. Then there was a scene with Walter and Eddie. Alex, you want to tell them what happened with Walter and Eddie watching Dr. Chandler as he was reading the papers to him?
Yeah, let's see if I remember everything terrible that happened.
Hey, Doc, how you feeling?
Well, there was a phone call.
That was it. Yep.
Oh, the phone call.
Oh, right.
Yeah, nobody on the other end.
Yeah, and then Chandler was kind of narrating the papers to you guys as he was reading them, and showing you the diagrams and all this stuff. Go ahead, Alex. Tell him.
Yeah. So,
I need to do a little prep here.
Okay. So we started reading the book. Of course, got to read the manuscripts to see if they're real. And let's see, does anybody remember what exactly was in the manuscripts? I feel like there was some interesting stuff. Is that how we learned about like the familiar, like the rat boy?
No, that was research you guys did at the Orne Library on Keziah Mason.
Yeah.
What was in the manuscripts?
I think it was just the angles, the crazy angles and stuff in the back.
I can tell you, just generally speaking here. Some of the more memorable things. There's one account. First you learn that none of the accused in the Arkham Witch trials were burned during the trials. State's Hop House in the papers. 19 were hanged.
Right.
2 died in jail. 1 was, quote, pressed upon by a heavy stone until dead, he writes. A lot of these accounts are kind of courtroom drama, describing what happened in some of these trials. Quotes from priests and townsfolk, town council members and things like that. One of Hop House's accounts of earlier colonial times describes some trials in which a certain group of witch hunters who utilized an unusual device during the executions. It was a mask. The prosopon diavolos, they called it, the mask of the devil. It was a spiked iron mask that they would affix to the witch's face with a mallet before burning her. But a lot of it is, it's real history, guys. This guy wrote this in the early 1700s. The trials happened, I think, in 1698. This guy was there for the whole thing. So it's a first-hand account, about 80 pages of it, of what happened and some of his speculations. Notably, I think, Lee, you noticed this when I first told you guys. Let me find it in here. Hobhouse seems like a pretty religious guy, for one thing. He says, he repeats again and again something about his fears of the escape of the true instigators of evil from the court's hands. I think he kind of states he knows that some of these people were probably innocent, but many of them were not. They were the true instigators of evil.
And they escaped.
Yeah. See, yeah.
About Keziah Mason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah. So it reaffirms that there is a belief from the time that these witches escaped. Now, of course, that doesn't explain how they became essentially immortal, but we'll cross that bridge when we have to. So the doctor's reading these wonderful little anecdotes about witch killing. And then, if I remember correctly, don't you just immediately throw up a pile of maggots?
First worms began pouring out of his eye sockets.
Right.
That's right, of course.
And he didn't realize it at all.
Yeah, we all see it. It's not just me who saw it.
Yeah, Walter and Eddie just recoil in horror, from Chandler as he's sitting there. Chandler's like, what? What's wrong?
Yeah, Walter sees it as well, which is the
It's not
craziest
like,
part.
Was it a wet reply? What?
No. Yeah, but then he started feeling sick, Chandler.
Yeah.
And start vomiting, I guess.
Yeah, then he starts vomiting.
Yeah, real worms and maggots. Yeah. Like real.
What?
Not just yeah. And
Not the fake one you can buy in a store, the real ones.
And I think Jimmy wasn't there when this happened. He was down accepting a big order of lobster or something. Bear, you have this thing with Jimmy, maybe, or you guys are good friends. He asked you to kind of keep an eye on the restaurant sometimes, so you'll sit down there at the bar restaurant, just keep an eye out, watching who's coming in and stuff like that.
Of course.
Yeah, so only Walter and Eddie witnessed this. After a little bit, Chandler, you start feeling a little bit better. You don't feel so sick, but shocking, of course.
Oh boy.
And I think that's pretty much where we left off. It's about 5:30 p.m. at Jimmy's place.
Wow, is there any mention of anything like this in the papers about, these occurrences like this, or how to protect yourself from?
Oh yeah,
I guess we haven't looked at it.
Charms or sigils. If the guy believes that they're witches, does he give any advice for protecting against witches?
There is some mention that Hobhouse says of legends of blood-sucking witches, or some kind of blood-sucking creatures.
So don't have blood. Is your advice?
And describes basically what you guys would know as the legend of the vampire. How they were prone to hate being in the presence of crucifixes, for one.
Okay. That's good.
Daylight being another.
Oh, that's right. I do remember the crucifixes. That's right, because we were running around looking for them. I remember that.
Yeah, but other than that, no real advice on how to protect yourself from witchcraft in the Hobhouse's writings. Anyway, the Crimson Letters, however, purportedly written by Keziah Mason herself, could be a whole different thing. Jimmy gained 5 Cthulhu mythos from his first mythos-related bout of madness. Remember? So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He's afraid of the dark now.
So yeah, I called for a Cthulhu mythos roll when you guys got these papers just to see what you might glean from it. Just a very low chance. But Jimmy rolled, I think you'll see it right there, a 2. And
that's incredible.
Bear, you also have 2%, which I rolled as well. But so glean. So Jimmy is quite certain, I think, at this point. You're looking at these diagrams that Chandler has. He feels that they're straight up spells, magical spells from some kind of witchcraft curse spells or who knows. But that has to be, what they are looking at them. They're not normal. The writing is kind of
Well,
gibberish.
I wouldn't read them too close. But we do kind of need that. You think there's any protective magic in there? I mean,
I don't know.
it can't be
Have
real,
to-
right?
Are these in Old English?
Yes, Old
Are
English.
these?
And the
Okay.
writing itself, Lee, is pretty peculiar. The ink has not aged or faded. It's a dark red color ink.
Of course. Of
Chandler
course.
thinks that it is likely, just given its hue and consistency, it's human blood.
Blood.
But the ink has not faded
Blood.
at all or aged. The sheaves of parchment that they're written on, probably sheepskin or something like that, have aged over 200 years. And the drawings as well, the geometry and lines in the drawings are drawn very precisely with very sharp edges.
And that's why I
angles.
mentioned that the forgeries are imperfect. They don't have the same ink.
The same ink.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
So a little bit of time
Wow.
passes, the sun begins to set. It's October 4th, 1925. Just a couple of hours ago that Jimmy's guys gave you word that Cecil was being chased down by the police by the railroad tracks. You haven't heard anything on that. This is the sort
No
of
follow-up.
end of the second day of this investigation. Chandler,
These
you're
are
feeling
so
better.
So I guess-
fast.
Chandler, really?
You're feeling better now, Chandler. You kind of get
That's
over it.
good.
Like I said, you take like 7 showers and
Okay.
have some wine. You're feeling better this evening.
Are the maggots still on the floor?
I assume that somebody cleaned them up.
But we can confirm that they were in fact real and not just a hallucination, and everybody concurs, even people that were not there at the same time.
Yeah, Jimmy's maid threatens to quit once again. Jimmy.
Okay, so it was
I have
definitely
to, bri-
real.
I have to bribe her.
So, you know what? The reading of the papers may not have made me throw up. I might have been answering the phone and listening to the non-voice. Maybe somebody cast a spell over the phone.
Wishful thinking.
Did you answer the phone?
I did.
Okay. Maybe.
Did you hear anything when you answered the phone?
No, I think it was silent. Or I think there was some whispers or something. Wasn't there some whispering, Sean?
I think it
Yeah.
was whispering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
incomprehensible whispers.
Yeah. So somebody was spell casting on me. I bet you that's where it came from.
I
Ooh.
mean, Chandler, it kind of
Well,
seems
Doc,
that
if you
you've
think
had a little
that's the
time to
case,
think about it,
maybe-
Chandler, and it actually sounded like an ancient language of some kind, maybe. Ancient, old language.
Well, if that's true, Doc, maybe you could find some sort of spell against witches in there.
Yeah, that's the
Oof.
question. Do we want to study these papers and try to figure out these spells?
Well, so the papers that you read are the copy or the original? I'm
No,
sorry,
the
I
original.
didn't- Okay.
They're perusing the
Yeah, both.
originals. Yeah.
Okay.
You have compared
Yeah.
the forgery to the original, just like I told you.
Right.
So it's close.
I mean, it's good we have these other materials that were stolen from the university, and having the forgery is could be useful. I'm not sure if we could pass it off to the university without these diagrams in there, but
I mean, did
should
the other
we
doctors,
study this?
Ooh.
Have the other doctors already seen it, like the originals, the
Nope.
dean and so forth? They never saw the original.
I don't think so. Because that was the whole point of giving them to God, I keep forgetting his name. The guy who
Leader.
Leader, yeah.
Leader.
Yeah, you don't know
That
if
was the
Fallon
point of
ever
getting
saw
him
the
the leader, right,
papers.
to
Yeah, he never
safeguard him?
asked, I don't think. Professor Armitage
I mean,
saw the
we could-
papers.
Oh, that's right.
So passing off forgery probably not going to happen.
Ooh, wait.
Lee and Kyle, were you there for the meeting with Armitage?
Yeah.
He got a phone call too.
Couple
Couple phone calls.
Armitage having
Oh yeah.
The-
Did that happen while we were there? Did he got the call while we were there?
It did. 2 calls.
And then he got all googly.
Yeah. He was frightened.
yeah, so Armitage having read the books is actually a good indication that it might actually be safe to read them. That said, that also makes me concerned about the fakes being just as potent or containing still valuable information. I think I do like
Of
the
note,
idea
Alex, of note,
Yeah.
Armitage also mentioned that in recent days that he was having some weird, unexplainable things happening to him as well. Footsteps in the upper floors of his house when nobody was there, voices, doors opening and closing on their own, things like that. He described to you.
That's right.
Flickering lights.
That doesn't sound good.
No, doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Walter.
So should we attempt to?
Wait. Would Harry's character make an excuse for that too? I'm sure it's just poor lighting. There's something wrong with the electrical here.
Yeah, I think we've decided this is the thing with Walter. He tends to want to justify everything. Right now, he's looking out the window in Jimmy's second-story apartment out over the river, over River Street to the other side. Walter, you can see the railroad tracks over there in the distance. They're all lit up, checking out the light poles on River Street.
Do you think we could pass off an incomplete forgery and treat it as like removing the spellcraft and just trying to pass that off as what he had at the time? That just saying. I mean,
I think the forgery.
Complete.
Yeah, I think the forgery doesn't have any of the spellcraft in it, right?
Partially.
Correct?
Yeah, partial copies.
Partially. Oh, okay.
Actually,
Okay.
copies of copies of
So-
copies, Lee, as well, of these pages that he was trying to get right.
Right.
We certainly
Okay.
shouldn't give the original.
He had scribbled this stuff in his notebook too. That was they got from the asylum.
And
co-
I mean,
copy.
Well,
So we could
bring it up
return to-
again. I think it might be behoove us at this point to, now that we kind of know the stakes and that all of this is real and dangerous, we need to start figuring out who is behind this or what they actually want. I'm still all for going to confront Roach directly, taking him and asking him questions.
So why don't we bring everything, including the forgery, and hand it to the Roach, and let's confront Roach and talk to him about it. It's a good segue to talk to Roach and say, this is what we found. Tell us what you know.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, that would definitely, if he is deeply involved, right, and he just straight up denies it and says we're crazy, that would be a hard, I don't know. I think that might be difficult. Do we still think he's even involved with the recent developments with this leader's assistant kind of having this stuff? Do we even think that that's see this other student, right? What's his name? Anthony
Flinders. Yep.
Flinders. He sure did know a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, he started getting sucked in. He just didn't go insane yet.
Yeah,
I
I
think
And what was the one guy?
understand that.
Wick or something, or what was there was another name that popped
That was
up.
that was the telegram where the guy was warning him, like, hey, this book you have, this information you have is dangerous. Be careful. It'd be great if we could figure out who that guy was, but we've kind of run into a dead end there.
I
It's a
will
good
point out,
thought.
yeah, never mind.
And I understand the desire to go confront Roach. I just don't know, with the current information we have, is it possible that Roach and the Dean aren't involved at all? Right? I don't know. I guess they could still be involved. It's definitely a possible.
Seems like it. Walter's suspicious of them as he looks out the window. What do I see on the railroad tracks?
Not much activity tonight, Walter. It's snowing.
Okay.
You know, the sun's going down. There's a winter storm going
Nobody
on.
hovering above the lamppost or.
Lampposts look clear on River Street.
You hear Benny Hill music. You hear Benny Hill music, and a lot of cops running around chasing some guy from the insane asylum.
Yeah, you see an occasional car go across Peabody Bridge. You know, its headlights. The sun's now going down.
Okay. All right. There's nobody walking on the underside of the bridge.
I was kind of far
Upside
away.
down.
It's hard to see.
Nary a bridge troll in sight.
Okay.
I mean, you could walk down there and check it out if you wanted to.
No, he's pretty concerned about this guy being on the loose.
With this scan that Jimmy did of the papers and kind of figuring out, oh, these are spells. I mean, any kind of idea like how long it would take to try to figure this stuff out? The highly complex.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how hard could it be. You know, it looks like the thing is like there's all this geometry and shapes and stuff on there, but there's also this writing. It looks really unfamiliar to anyone, even Dr. Chandler, having some background in archaeology, has some knowledge, but the language that it's written in is strange. Jimmy, roll idea roll, please. It's an intelligence roll.
I'm looking at this telegraph. It doesn't say where it's from, does it? The telegraph paper?
There is no return address on it or anything now.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. Everything here says where it went. 125 College Street, Arkham.
Mm-hmm.
That intelligence, Sean?
Yeah, straight intelligence roll. It's an idea check. I don't know, Jimmy. Maybe you had some experience with this, but to you it looks like a code or a cipher, possibly. It doesn't look like an actual existing historical language. It's some kind of code, probably.
Code.
Oh, the
Is
angles.
anybody in the group?
The writing itself. There are sections
The
of writing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they look coded. Does anybody have any experience decoding things? Is it who's got?
That's a good
What
question.
what sort of skill would that be?
Well,
Spycraft.
Spycraft? Oh, I'm short on that.
Maybe some type of specific library use. Yeah, codes and.
yeah, it would probably take some study. Maybe a combination of
A hard success on library use.
and intelligence, I think.
Agree.
So there
What
is
was that?
intelligence.
Intelligence.
So there is a system
Because it's
of
problem
using
solving,
two
you know?
skills for like problem solving, like you're saying. And basically, you would make two rolls, and the GM's discretion, but I could make it so you have to succeed at least one of them. But here's what we're going to do. Chandler, you have some
That's the
background
highest
here.
intelligence.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
I've got library use of 60 and intelligence of 65.
Tom, I have a new
Who's
skill
got the
entry
best?
on your sheet at 60. Do you know what that skill should be? I may have to go back and look at the backup sheet for him.
Remember, I had trouble and I think I deleted something at some point, and you try to fix it.
Figure out what it is. It's psychology.
Okay.
That's what it is. Let me fix that.
I have 70 intelligence.
So yeah, I
We
think
can all try, can't we? But looking at it, put it on the table.
Or you can assist him maybe.
Ooh.
I mean, I think that's
Wonder Twin powers activate. I like it.
let's do this. I'm gonna call for library use. Let me see if I can put these in chat. Library use and intelligence, but I'm looking for hard successes. So let's do them in turn here. Let's do Dr. Chandler. Or everybody can roll. Let's just all roll. Roll library use first. Looking for hard successes. Should be able to do this. Something happened there, Tom. Your roll.
Something else popped up. Hold on, let me try this. Hold on.
It was an opposed roll.
Walter Brown, downtown Walter Brown.
Nice.
Wow, nice.
Nice.
All right.
He's got the read.
I didn't know
I've
we
seen
would
this code.
Walter Brown.
Yeah.
Chandler's probably close to a hard success.
Now let's roll intelligence. Also a hard success.
No reason to roll if you didn't make it, right?
Go ahead and roll it anyway.
Okay.
See how deeply you're able to delve here. Is that an 01 that somebody rolled?
Chandler rolled an 11
Okay,
on
great.
intelligence. That's a hard success.
So I decided before you
Because,
guys
like,
roll,
yeah,
I was looking.
Brown got another hard success.
Yeah, I was looking for a total of 4 successes among you, which is no problem. So really, mostly between Walter and Jimmy. Oh, extreme success for Eddie too. Damn.
Eddie, yeah.
The gathering of the minds in Jimmy's study. You guys are able to sort of crack the code here. It turns out it's a pretty actually simple cipher based on the order of the alphabet in reverse. But once you're able to figure out the cipher, you're able to decode some things that it says. A lot of it really sounds like gibberish, because you're using English or letters. You're using the English language. It does, but the words, a lot of them don't make sense. For instance, let me pull it up here.
Hey, no one should speak these things out loud. We should only look at them.
Yeah, I think that makes
No one
sense.
should say this as we're looking at these things. Let's not start reciting this stuff out loud.
Well, only some of it are these strange
we have-
words. Other parts of it seem to describe certain things. Like there's a section that describes using a stone or a pebble as a sort of warding device. Seems to be talking about something to ward devils
Warding?
and spirits.
Protect.
Yeah. Something about a stone or a pebble. And it goes on with these strange words, and there's these diagrams and symbols. It describes that you have to draw a certain diagram on a flat surface, and you have to be enclosed in an area that has certain angles in the walls and the ceiling. There's another section as well, and it appears to be talking about something like what did I call it? Something about calling the shambling one.
Fuck that.
Uh-oh.
We're not calling anything. Yeah, okay.
Especially
So
not
the
the
word-
shambles.
Calling.
And it describes the means to do this. I'm going to have to look it up here. Oh, actually, I have it.
So does the warding off help us protect against a shambler? Is that what the
it's
idea
kind
is?
of unclear. You'd have to maybe test it out. You'd have to go
Yeah,
through the
I'm-
process of doing it to see
I'm
if it
sure we would. Okay.
what it does. But in the shambler part of it, it just describes this as a means to travel beyond barriers of space and time.
See, I don't think the switch. I think the switch just came forward in time. She escaped her wrath and just came forward in time.
Yeah, to call the shambler means to travel beyond this world.
Ooh, that's bad.
And there are
Okay,
some
so we
other
have
sections
some kind of
in there.
warding spell.
Yeah, there's another section too on the last page that in cipher is Keziah Macing basically saying she talks about this being that she calls the Black Man and how her servant, her otherworldly servant, allows her to directly communicate with this being. She also briefly describes what she calls the dream world and how she's discovered means to travel back and forth between this dream world at will. But no diagrams or anything associated with these writings towards the end. Although it does mention what the call the shambling one is used as a means to travel beyond. But
So it would. So it sounds like the shambling one is probably the one that they contact the Black Man with. I'm speculating.
and probably most importantly, I would say due to those roles, well, no, actually, I'm not going to go that far yet. I take that last part back. Anyway, what are you guys going to do?
So there's a warding. Apparently, there's a warding spell of some type of for some type of rock, and then there's this shambler called the shambler thing, so you can travel around through dimensions and space and stuff.
Yeah, it says
Correct.
break barriers and travel beyond this world.
Okay.
But
And she
first
can
you
also-
have to call the shambling one.
Right.
So the ward, is that something we think we can actually cast, like on a stone? Like we all get some river rocks and cast it on a stone?
It's like a recipe, it looks like. You're supposed to draw
Right.
this symbol, and you're supposed to have like certain angles. It describes the angles of the chamber that you have to be standing in to do it.
Oh, we have to build a chamber?
Well, you get a sense that it's a way of infusing magic into normal, ordinary stones, because that's the only thing it really requires is a stone. And it seems to describe a way to infuse it with some sort of power or warding magic of some kind.
But the
that certainly
chamber-
sounds good.
I wonder if just you're storing up magic points.
What do you
Do
mean?
we gotta go to the workshop and build like a little dollhouse with all these shapes and,
Well, I don't know if we. Yeah.
and put some stones in there and cast it upon it? I mean, is that
I was
something-
hoping there was going to be a more. I was hoping there'd be a more practical kind of warding spell, but that seems quite involved. Build a
Yeah, you'd have to
base that's
copy the
specific
angle.
with angles.
Yep.
Yeah,
get the
that seems
protractor
quite.
out? Yeah.
Seems quite. I guess we'll just have to rely on guns and axes and mallets.
Also, in the last pages, that seems to be incomplete. So you get an idea that there may be some pages missing from what was originally here as well. This looks
Oh
like maybe-
shit!
Yeah, this looks like only a portion.
What is the deal with the lending policies
Huh?
in these games? Everybody's always taking pages out.
That's true.
I mean, maybe they're stashed away in some other part of Hop House's collection or something. I don't know. But
They're starting to become like the lost socks of the
yeah.
Pro Link. You know, you lose the sock, you don't know where they go.
Hmm.
I mean, I think what we could do, we could take the stolen material, you know, the non-Hob House stuff, and the part of the forgery that doesn't contain any, and just say, this is what we found so far. We're still investigating. Right? Hold on to the original. Hold on to any of the forgery part that has, and just, we could do that if you wanted to. Say, hey, this is what we've discovered so far.
None of the forgeries.
Right.
How do I say? There's a 1-to-1 match for the forgeries and all the pages we have discovered.
Most of
Or
it.
is there like? What do you mean?
Most of it, there are matching.
It's not complete.
It's not totally complete though. There are hand scribbled notes in the margins. Some pages there's crossed out.
No.
words.
No. What I guess.
Like I say,
I'm
we can-
saying, Are there 20 pages of forgery, but only 18 pages of the original documents that we have in our hand? Hence the quote 2 missing pages. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like did he try to forge those pages that we think and we believe are missing at this point?
Yes, he was working on the 6 pages, the witch paper part of it with the diagrams and stuff. There are 6 pages, and yeah, he has multiple copies of each page that he's been working on, but some of them, you know, aren't right. Or he deemed them not right. They look like they might be able to pass because there's multiple
But-
copies of them as well. But at the end of these papers, you know, according to the cipher that you guys, it just kind of cuts off at the end, as if it would continue down another page.
Right.
That's all
Okay.
I'm
It
saying.
is,
But that's true for both the forgeries and the originals.
Yeah.
In other words, the forged papers don't have information that's not
Yeah.
that's not a 1-to-1 match that exists for the original.
Yeah,
Like,
that's correct. It looks
Okay,
like Cecil
all right.
Hunter was trying to make exact copies of exactly what's there.
Okay. Well, it would be nice to find this Wick guy. There's also that matchbook. Where do we find this cocktail lounge? Hibby's Roadhouse?
It's at the
yeah,
edge
it's
of
right
town.
outside the.
Where do we find it?
Oh, the matchbook was in a coin tray at Lucy Stone's house. Where apparently the goat people were. It was kind of a
Goat
mess.
people.
Looked like she hadn't been there for a while. The garbage was all stinking up the kitchen there, like it hadn't been emptied. Yeah, that's where you guys found the hoof prints. And the place was
Those people
torn
are
apart.
not good with the garbage.
Well, the garbage hadn't been emptied in probably a week. You know. But you didn't find Lucy
Bringing
there.
dishonor upon the good people.
Jimmy, there's a knock at the door. Hey, boss.
Yeah, so I checked the. Okay, someone. Yeah.
Says
What's up?
yeah, he says, you know that creepy college kid? I think Flinders is his name.
Yep.
Yeah, you won't believe
I know
this,
you're talking
Jimmy.
about.
You won't not gonna believe this, but we caught Flinders downstairs. He was posing as one of the waiters in the restaurant. Yeah, it's
Figured
crazy.
he was sneaking around here somewhere.
He goes, Vito recognized him. He was wearing a wig and like a mustache. And so we
And he
got
was
him.
climbing up the wall.
Yeah, we
Is that what
got
gave
him
him away?
downstairs. I told him that he's going to have to wait and he's going to have to talk to Jimmy. So, you know, I don't know what to do, boss.
All right, so who wants to come down here and brace this guy with me?
There will.
Bear.
Well, hold on a
Walter will
second.
definitely go.
Yeah, 1 second though. Because
He
at
might
this
need to be
time,
brave.
yeah, at this time, you guys are kind of discussing this. Bear, you're actually downstairs in the restaurant, okay? And Bear, and this is kind of right around the same time. Bear, you're sitting at the bar, okay? And you look over and you see Vito and a couple other Jimmy's guys talking to, looks like a waiter, right? Um, and they're like, and you see one of the guys reach over and he pulls a wig off the waiter's head, and you see that's Flinders.
Great. Well, how far away is he from me?
Oh, he's just across the room, a little ways. And he looks like he's pleading with these guys. He's got his hands out. He's like, come on, come on, guys, whatever.
I'll excuse myself from the table and walk over there and.
As you're walking over there, you look, see what time it is, and you notice that your wristwatch is missing. As you're walking, you notice your watch is missing. You look up, and you see Flinder has his eyes locked on you. He sees you approaching.
Uh-huh.
He turns, he tears himself away from Vito and the guys, and he starts running towards the back door.
All right, well, I'll try to catch him.
All right.
I'll say, stop him. Jimmy wants that guy stopped.
Okay, so Kyle, roll your Constitution for me, please.
Oh no. I walk 5 feet and I fall over.
Yeah, that's probably not what you want to hear.
Oh, but I'm so close.
What?
Yeah, I've got my Constitution's a 21 because I got zapped by that guy, man.
Hmm.
I'll if I spent the luck to make the roll, could I catch him?
How about Vito?
Yeah, let me see what your move is here. So your move is 8. And then his move. Oh. All right, so here's what happens, Bear. You see him, he locks eyes with you just for a second. And very quickly, he turns and he bolts towards the back door. It's like through this little kitchen area, and the back door is right there. You go after him, Bear. You kind of look at Vito, and Vito goes, "Hey, I'm going to tell the boss." And they go to tell Jimmy what they just told him. Bear, you see Flinders go out the back door.
Okay.
You following him? You chasing him?
Well, but yeah, before he gets out of the back door, can I throw something like to try to stop him on his feet? Because he's obviously faster than me.
Yeah, he's too quick. I mean, you look around, you see a wine bottle sitting there. You grab the wine bottle. And by the time you're ready to throw it at him, he's out the back door.
All right, well, I'll keep going. I'll give chase. I know it's probably futile, but...
All right, you push open the back door, and there's an alley there. You see these big, piles of trash back here. It's a busy night at Jimmy's place. You look and you see Flinders. You see him running. He's in this waiter uniform. He has no coat on or anything, of course, and it's kind of slightly snowing out here again tonight. And you see him running down the alley away from you. You look again at your wrist. You remember how...
Do you have a good throw skill?
Don't.
What date did you say it was? April?
October 4th?
October.
October 4th, yeah.
Okay.
Very unseasonable snow for Arkham this year.
More unseasonable weather.
And you see him, man, he's booking it.
It's not unheard of.
So then, at this point, Jimmy, whoever else goes down with Jimmy to the restaurant goes down, and, you find Bear. Unless you're going to go after him, Bear, it doesn't look like there's much of a chance of you catching him, though, unfortunately. He's a quick little weasel, this guy. And you have to wonder, too, like, why is he running? But he probably doesn't want to get his ass kicked, you're thinking.
I mean, if I saw me at him, I'd probably run, too.
Yeah, like before he was spying on Fallon at the ball as a waiter, all right, but now apparently he's spying on you guys as a waiter, right in Jimmy's own restaurant. The audacity of this guy.
Pretty brazen. Yeah, I know. Pretty
Yeah.
brazen, man.
But and before you know it, Bear, like he's gone. He's
All
gone.
right, well,
And
I
you're
will
back in.
walk.
Yeah, you go back in the
No.
restaurant. And there's Jimmy and the boys. You know, they're talking to Vito, and they're
So I
saying,
just tell him like he got away.
yeah, Vito still has his wig in his left hand.
Yeah, the audacity of that kid. Interesting.
We have any idea where he
Spying
might have
on
gone?
us, huh? I mean, he could be going back to his place. He's got a dorm room, doesn't he?
I don't think we ever really discovered where he stays. Yeah, I think maybe you did. I think you did find an address for him actually. But anyway, he's gone, and you know, Bear, of course, you know, you're a little upset about your watch. It wasn't really anything special, but it was your watch, and
It was a Francois brand.
yeah, you haven't been pickpocketed in a while, but certainly not at Jimmy's place ever. And you think maybe you left it somewhere. Would it be pretty sure that somebody stole your watch right off your hand somehow tonight?
It's
You had
crazy.
it a little while ago. And then, of course, you
All
have to
right,
think to
well,
yourself, was it Flinders?
I'm thinking it was, and I'm thinking it's probably not a good thing that this guy has my watch.
Mm-hmm. A personal article like the hair.
Mhm. Exactly.
Makes you worry about your
Flinders, huh?
backup power tie hanging in your closet at home.
Am I missing anything, Sean? I check myself. Do I have my wallet? My
Chandler
keys?
does the self-check, you know.
Yeah, the pat down.
Yeah, everything is present, as far
Okay.
as you can tell. You even look in the mirror at your hair.
Okay. No, I don't look in the mirror. I never look in the mirror.
Hmm.
He's just unkempt at all times.
Yeah. Screw that. I heard a fairy tale once about mirrors and witches. Okay. Well. All right, gentlemen. So what's next?
Gets a little later. Like dinner's just starting to wrap up here at Jimmy's place. It's about 9:30 p.m. or so.
9. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Hmm.
We've been dinking around. It's late. The witches are out at night.
This is all stuff Chandler's thinking to himself, like privately in his head. They're out there. He's looking out the window. Like, Jimmy, it's so damn dark out there. You didn't want to look out there.
Dude, yeah, I have my axe nearby as well as my Thompson and some type of light source.
We're all fully
always
armed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
of course, you have a light source.
Yeah, Jimmy's got a nice pad up there above the restaurant. You know, it's very large, very nice accommodations, luxury even. Jimmy does very well for himself. So yeah, I imagine you guys can maybe sitting around the living area, you know, and there's guns, liquor bottles.
We're trying to decide what to do, you know, as far as the, you know, do we hand in what we have to these guys minus the witchy stuff and just hand in the forgery and say this is what we found?
Yeah, that's
We're not
great.
experts. We're not experts. We don't know if it's the original or not the original. We're still searching. There may be, you know, we're still looking.
I'm gonna step away just for a second. I'll be right back.
Might give us some idea about what to do next.
I agree. Yeah, I think I like that. I like that approach.
Because they do have, you know, we do have other material that, you know, clearly was stolen from the library, and then we have this forgery. We know it's a forgery. We're not going to tell them that, and we can remove any of the spell portions of it. We can still indicate we're still searching, but this is what we found so far. If they want an explanation, I think we should just shine them on and be like, yeah, you don't want to know.
But we do want to know. No, you don't.
No, you know, we're still looking into what's going on. You know, there's
Yeah,
Well,
and we
bad
might
things. There's
learn
bad
something
things
from
afoot.
his reaction.
From their reaction. Yeah, from their reaction. We need to be. It needs to be the Dean and Roach together, so we can psychoanalyze. I don't know who's got those good skills, but is that a reasonable thing to do?
Given that we
so.
don't
I think
have
so.
anything else, yeah. I mean, there's
I mean, the other thing we can do is the witch's house, right?
right.
Little Miss
the-
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, Little Miss Perfect. There's her place. We can just do
Bang
an
on her
all-out
door.
raid.
Bang on her door at 10 o'clock at night. Get out
Well,
here,
we could do that.
What now?
But we could we could prepare a car with some gas with that, except, but then maybe go out, not right at her house, but kind of infiltrate, check out those outbuildings, and then approach the house, and we could do something like that. But maybe we should hand in the material we have, in air quotes, first, and see what that gleans or doesn't glean.
Okay. All right. Let's try it. And then we'll go raid the center. So it'll be midnight by the time we get to the chick's house. But that's fine.
So we get the forgery. We take out any of the spell casting or any kind of stuff we feel is like witchy, and then we also remove any of the other pages that look suspicious or not right. Okay, we put that in a separate pile. We're keeping the original.
Yeah.
The other material too. The other material too that was stolen. Our intention is to go and present this stuff to Roach and to the dean and be like, "Hey, this is what we have found so far.
Okay.
We're still looking. We're still and if they ask us, just be like, "Hey, you don't want to know right now. There's bad things afoot, but we're still looking for stuff." Right.
Okay.
That's kind of right, guys. Does
You want to do this tonight? And if so, who's doing it? Who's going? Everybody.
I think it should be all of us, right?
Yeah, I think we should stick together.
Yeah.
Yeah, piling into
Agreed.
Jimmy's Cadillac is kind of a theme of this campaign so far.
It's such a nice car.
Eddie's like, it's snowing out here. So, you know where Fallon's bungalow is. You know where Fallon's, or not, yeah, Fallon's office at the university, of course. You know where Roach's bungalow is on High Street. Fallon also has a private home on the north side of town, or east town, actually.
It is at night, isn't it?
It is. It's like 9:30 at night. It's
What day is it?
Wednesday night.
I guess we could call them both up and have them meet us somewhere. Say, hey, we've got some important information to share with you. Something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So making a phone call?
Yeah, we can give it a try. And if that doesn't work, I guess let's go
Okay,
Yeah, we'll try to contact Roach
Take out this-
and the dean.
witch's house.
Okay, who are you calling first? Or where are you calling first?
We'll call the dean first.
Okay.
See if we can't get a hold of him.
Alright. Bryce Fallon picks up the phone. Dean Fallon? Hello?
Dean, I identify myself and tell him that we've got some investigative information we need to give him in person.
Oh, okay. Well, he asked,
And-
have you found them? He says.
It's a more complicated answer than that. I'll have to see you in person.
Oh, gee, really? Tonight, Jimmy? That might be difficult. Where do you suggest we meet? I'll be there in a moment, Olivia.
Okay, we could meet at your office. Maybe you could invite Professor
Go to
Roach.
his house. Go to his house.
His house? Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
I guess we could meet you at your house if that's more convenient.
Can meet Olivia.
Jimmy, I really was not expecting company tonight. I mean, if you haven't found them, then it can't be that important, right?
Tell them we found them. We think they're them.
Oh,
What is
may
it that
have
you
found.
can't? What is it that you can't tell me over the telephone, James?
I'm just trying to be careful, and it is important.
We think we found them, but we don't know exactly what they look like. So we hope these are, these look like it.
He's like,
We
fine,
may have
fine.
found part.
I'll tell you what, my good man. Why don't you meet me at Charleston's Eatery on Mass Highway out here by Derby Street. It's just down the street from my house.
Okay.
Or what about that
And
bar?
Professor Roach?
Roach? You require speaking with Roach as well?
I think it might be important for him to know, since he had some information about Leader.
I think we can handle this without Professor Roach. James?
Ask him to meet us at Hibbs Roadhouse. That's the matchbook.
No, he says at Charleston's Eatery on Mass Highway in Derby City. Say 30 minutes?
Okay, that sounds
All
good.
right.
Now let's call Roach and tell us to meet us there too.
Yeah, who knows Roach?
He's a professor, so I'll know him indirectly or directly.
Yeah, technically he is Tom's colleague, quote unquote.
Okay, you want to call him? You want to call him, Tom, and tell him to meet us over there at the Eatery?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, it gets to a point, Tom, where he asks Chandler, "Then, well, did you find the papers, Dr. Chandler?"
I believe we did, not knowing exactly what they look like. I'm not sure, but there's something here that looks like them. Yes.
Well, praise be. I always knew that you were very resourceful, Dr. Chandler. Listen.
Why don't you meet us? Where are we meeting this guy?
Well, tell him
you're
we're
gonna tell
meeting
him?
Dean
Okay.
Fallon at the Eatery. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna meet him at the Eatery. Meet us there in 30 minutes.
Okay, he
Yeah.
agrees.
Click.
Yeah. Yes. All right.
Uh,
That's
It
30
doesn't sound
minutes.
sketchy at all.
Yeah, this is like 10 p.m.
yeah, he's.
Oh,
Someone might want to. Can we have maybe a couple of my guys come with us?
Probably in a
So
second
kind of-
car, like behind us, and just watch.
Post up outside of the Eatery.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Jimmy, usually you've got these guys with you, but you usually have someone drive you around, a couple guys anyway. But in Jimmy's Cadillac,
Yeah,
you
we
can
just
have a
wanna
couple
keep-
guys in a separate car. Yeah.
Yeah, we just want to keep an eye out for Anthony, and the crazy guy who escaped the asylum.
Yes.
Yeah,
The possessed.
and any other
He's
other
got my
weird
watch.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
So it looks like the meeting's going to be up here in East Town. 10 p.m. So you guys are going to head over there now? In Jimmy's Cadillac?
Oh yeah, we'll head over early if we can, for sure.
Okay.
Park down the block and watch for a little while before we roll up.
Okay.
Always a good idea.
So let's talk about how you're going to do this. I mean, we could role play it out, I suppose. But what are your objectives here, fellas? Like, so you're trying to pass off the fakes? as
No.
being- No?
We're not trying to pass off the fakes. We're just going to say, hey, this is what we have found so far in our investigation.
But you're bringing the fakes
There's-
with you? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. We have the fake minus any of the witchy stuff. We remove that stuff from it.
Okay.
We're just going to say, hey, this is what we found so far. We're not making claim that it's real or fake or anything. They may immediately determine it's fake or it's real or whatever. We're just going to be like, we found this stuff. Clearly, this is stuff that Leader, here's this material he had stolen, and here's this material we found that looks like, it's part of the Hop House papers, if not all of it. We don't know.
Okay.
Right.
And
We don't have to
we're
even do
continuing. And we still have leads. We still have stuff that we're still investigating. That's kind of the general gist. And then just use our psychology to see how these guys react, and see if they say anything about the legitimacy of the forgery we've handed
Okay.
him.
Well, Charleston's Eatery is a kind of a small, intimate affair. Um, it's a very kind of small place, darkened candlelight inside. Of course, Jimmy just exiting the Cadillac outside. Um, thinks to himself like, man, there's a lot of storm drains on this street. He's looking around at the storm drains and like you're looking around. You're kind of a little nervous, Jimmy. It's kind of dark out here, even though there's street lamps. But entering the restaurant, you see Fallon and Roach are the only ones in there, and they seem to just have minimal staff. Looks like there's one waitress and a bartender. They're serving,
We've gone from
juice and soda and things like this up here. And
We've
and
gone
from
Fallon
the-
hails you when you enter. Gentlemen, over here.
Yeah. So we'll approach and produce the material we have and say, this is what we've found so far, gentlemen.
Okay.
We still have other leads we're following. This investigation isn't over. Foul
Well,
things are afoot.
If these are all the papers, then it is over. Here you go.
Well, Fallon smiles, a big grin on his face as he's looking at them, and Roach, of course, he's got his nose in it over there. He's looking as well. He said, "Fine work, gentlemen. How did you come about the papers? Where did you find these?"
We're still in the we're still trying to find out particulars. There's some ugliness involved in this investigation. It may be better if you don't know particulars at the moment.
Roach.
Let's just say that clearly this is leaders. I mean, clearly you can see there's other university material here. As we talked about before, clearly leader had been pilfering stuff and was doing forgeries. This is clearly part of that work, as far as the university papers.
Roach, perpetually sweating. You see rivulets of sweat going down his face. He's got these really thick, like Coke bottle glasses in his oily hair. And he looks at you, Jimmy, kind of above his he pulls down his glasses a little bit and looks at you. So he says, how do we know that these are fakes? Or do you think that they might be fakes? And he starts kind of flipping through them. And Dean Fallon says, well, they look like the same papers to me, Harland. Which confirms your suspicion that Dean has seen the papers, apparently.
Right.
But he asks, he says, do you know, are these fakes? Could they be fakes?
Well, I'm talking about the university papers specifically, not the Hobhouse stuff. Right? I'm not talking about that. We don't know. This is what we found. I'm just talking about the university papers that he clearly has here. He clearly was doing this, stealing this stuff, as you talked about before. This Hobhouse material, we don't know. It could absolutely be the real stuff. We're not sure about that.
Wait a minute. So just to make sure I understand, you guys have some of the other material that you found at Cecil Hunter's apartment, like the other university property? Is that what you're saying, Lee? Or are you showing him the just copy of the Hobhouse manuscript that Cecil made? Like the writings other than the actual witch papers?
No, I thought we were returning all the books too to show them about everything.
Yeah, you had mentioned that before, so that's what you're talking about, the university's property, their papers and books and stuff that Cecil Hunter had hidden in his studio.
All the books and papers.
Okay. Well, Roach latches onto that and he starts kind of chiding Dean Fallon. He says, I told you that he was up to no good, didn't I? You should have never hired that man. As he continues kind of looking at the papers. He says, oh, these are very interesting. It's not often that you see handwritten manuscript that's 200 years old, you know. He says, Bryce, certainly you've taken too long to make the decision who put in charge of this project. I think it's high time that you assign me to the project. I have great interest in these, you know. And Bryce kind of like cuts him off.
We know what the project is that he's talking about?
Well, presumably the process of studying and collating and examining the Hobhouse collection. Because remember, other than the Arkham Witch papers, there's all kinds of other stuff that was in the Hobhouse collection. Books,
Okay.
mostly.
Hello?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, cut out for a minute. Sorry, guys.
it's okay. But Roach kind of latches onto that, and he's chiding Fallon about it, saying that he should give him the job. Now that Leader's gone, who can you trust to do this, Bryce? And Bryce is just kind of like, he gives a sigh and rolls his eyes. He's like, yes, where have I heard this before, Harlan? And they get in this little argument, like right there at the table in front of you guys. And you kind of realize almost all of a sudden, all of you guys, like, these guys aren't involved in this at all. It's like now Harlan, all he cares about is taking over the project. Fallon, he just looks kind of tired, maybe half drunk. Like he didn't even want to be here. He doesn't even want to be here, to do this right now.
Awesome.
So
Just glad the papers are back.
That's a very good indication.
yeah, you get this
Okay.
feeling like because they're not pressing you on where you found them or anything like that. But Roach does again, at least once in the one other time in the conversation, mentions that he thinks these could be fakes. They could just be fakes. We need to find out, kind of a thing.
How would you know?
Oh, we have many resources at the university. I know at least of 3 gentlemen who would take a very discerning look at these papers and tell if they're real or not.
Excellent, Professor. You should do that. We're gonna continue our investigation.
Fallon reaches over and grabs the papers from Roach.
Give me those.
Yeah, Roach looks a little hurt, he is all rumpled and disheveled, in his unkempt tweeds, his shirt collar's wringing wet, but he's still got this sweat, And Dean Fallon thanks you. He says, I can't tell you what a service you've done for the university, gentlemen. Now, I understand that you must continue your investigation. I believe there are other parts of these papers that are missing. Which,
There are.
kind of raises his eyebrow.
We'll continue our investigation, Dean.
Yes, the pages with the diagrams and the red lettered pages. Just then, all of the lamps, all of the electric lamps in the place dim all of a sudden, almost down to darkness, but then they come back on.
My Zippo's already lit.
That's not good.
Right. Does Roach sweat a little more?
Well, everybody, just imagine the scene. Like at that point, everybody's head just kind of turns. They're looking at the ceiling, the lights on the ceiling as this happens. It's just an awkward moment of silence. And Dean kind of
the electricity.
says, yes, there has been a problem with the electricity in Arkham lately. I don't know what it could be. Probably the winter storm, I suppose. Fallon kind of wipes off his mouth. He takes one last bite of his steak or whatever he's eating. He gets up, wipes his hand out with a napkin. Papers, tucked up neatly under his arm. You guys have it like in the nice folio and everything. The little leather folio to make it look good.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah, of course, yeah.
he bids you adieu. Roach really doesn't say much at all. He just, as he's leaving with Fallon, he turns and just gives you one little quick nod to you all as he walks out with Dean Fallon.
Okay. Well, that was actually really useful. Now we know those guys aren't involved, really.
Yeah, just judging by their behavior, it doesn't seem like they know what's really going on here, guys.
So that puts a lot of shade on Anthony Flinders. Is that his last name?
Mm-hmm.
Flinders.
It sure does.
Because he was the one who was like, "Oh, those two guys are witches and they're lovers and they're conspiring."
Yeah, and you have to think too.
So
He's the
that
one who
doesn't-
also told you that Amelia Court is a witch as well.
Oh, that's right.
Maybe he's right half the time.
Exactly.
Maybe.
I think we need to see Emily. What time is it?
It is. We're gonna put this at about 10:30 p.m.
Bang on Emily's door.
She lives on the outskirts of town, on a big mansion out there.
Yeah, that's the approach would be important there.
And because then we can say to her, say, "Hey, look, we found papers and we handed them in to the dean, but he mentioned that there were some other papers missing, and we're hoping you have a description of what maybe you've seen them and you've seen what the papers what they look like, what we're looking for, something like that."
She was leader's assistant. Presumably, she saw the papers.
That's actually that's a good idea, Dr. Chandler.
Yeah, that'll be our bullshit reason for being there. All right, so let's go bang on her door
At 11 p.m. You sure
Yep.
about this? There is a gate, by the way. Her entire property is, gated. You wouldn't be able to get a vehicle in there. You'd have to basically
Release
hop
that.
the fence and go up to her front door to knock on it, Tom.
Yeah, I don't know.
This might be a release the hounds moment.
Right.
That might not be the safest approach to go,
right.
Maybe
So
we should try to call her during the day or something. I don't know.
Morning, thinks Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah, maybe yeah. We don't want to get shot.
All right. First thing in the AM. In the meantime, what are we going to do then? And the sun rises at 6:59. So we've got, what time is it? Midnight? We have 8 hours before we go visit her.
I guess some of us could try to learn this spell stuff as far as the stone. I don't know.
Do we go to the work shed and try to build the angles and cast one of these things in 8 hours?
No, I don't think we can do that.
When's the last time we slept?
It's been a while.
I thought we slept last night. I thought we took turns.
You did. Yep. It's been a long day, though.
There's I need to get some sleep. I'm not especially. I need that sleep, guys.
It was cold
Jimmy
storage
some-
and Leader's corpse yesterday, and then Cecil Hunter possessed Asylum today. It's been a long couple days.
Do we want to hit that lounge?
Jimmy
Night.
collects. Jimmy collects some crucifixes and puts them around his pad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they installed your new lighting today, Jimmy.
Good. I add many crucifixes to them in front of the windows and the tables.
I stay inside the
Lots of
Jimmy's
crucifixes.
place with the crucifixes.
Yeah, you found out that there's a place in Arkham that sells these newfangled generators that can generate electricity with gasoline. So you hooked up 5 of them.
Oh yeah, I have one of those installed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For backup.
Strangely enough, at night you noticed that even with the generator power, hooked up, they told you it was done. You are still having some weird things going on with the lights at Jimmy's place tonight. Like light switch won't work.
Why we have That's why we have candles
Mm-hmm.
and lanterns
Yes.
and flashlights and,
I feel like
and
this is
flares.
the actual speech that he's giving.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is why we've got candles, why there's lanterns and flares.
And Walter sighs.
Oh shit. All right, so we're all gonna bunk down at Jimmy's place. Is that the plan?
Unless we want to hit the bar. Do we want to do that? I mean, now would be the right time to hit the bar.
All right.
That's true. Guess we could all go take a ride to the bar, just kind of see what's going on. Sure.
Get a nightcap and then go to bed.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
I like the way the doctor thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, Mark.
All right,
Yeah.
let me set this up real quick.
And we have our guns with us.
Yeah, concealed, right?
Absolutely. In our trench coats. Because it's cold. We got to bundle up.
Heavy artillery in the trunk. I got my pistol on me, though.
All right, so everybody
Heavy
piles into
artillery in the
Jimmy's
axe.
Cadillac. Boom, boom. Driving up to the edge of town, to Hibbs Roadhouse. Jimmy, you've been here. You know about this place. They're, they buy goods from the mob here. It's a small place. Above ground, on the street level, is what's known as it's like a juice bar, basically, and it's closed. But just like any good speakeasy, there's a set of steel. There's a steel staircase that goes down from the street to the lower level, and that's where Hibbs Roadhouse is. So let me take you guys over here. And before we do this scene at Hibbs Roadhouse, let's take a quick break, if you don't mind, like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. I was thinking that exact same thing.
Okay.
All right,
Sounds
cool.
good.
I'll be back in a few. All right, I'm back.
Hey, Sean.
Hello.
So what's the story with the t-shirt sizes or something? Is it
I don't know, man. It's a mystery.
jacket sizes?
I don't know. Derek asked T-shirt sizes. He's got something up his
Oh,
sleeve.
it's from Derek. Okay, all right. I started skimming through the messages and
Yeah, who knows?
I wasn't
Derek.
sure I was getting it.
A new line of Sado
what-
T-shirts, maybe.
Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Or I thought too. You know,
he.
I'm sorry, Tom. What did you say?
Pictures. I think there might be pictures of his recent crop that he grew, like a big and blazed, picture
Yeah.
on it or something.
Oh,
Right.
that would go over well here too. Yeah.
Right. That's why he's doing it.
Well, I know he's a
Okay.
musician too. He might have something going on with the band or something. Might be music related. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Good point.
All right. I will read back through it. And then I saw you were talking about hosting a
We're having a meeting
role-playing
at my house in Missouri in March.
March. Okay.
Would love to
All
have
right.
you if you can come.
Yeah, we just might be able to work that out. I think it sounds like we're gonna take a trip to Oklahoma next March.
Yeah. What's in
for,
Oklahoma?
That's where Sandy's mom's from, and she passed away about a month ago.
Oh,
And
shit.
so we're gonna do some sort of family service at the farm where she grew up, and scatter her ashes, I think.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
So, relative to the whole size of the country, I'll be in the area. Maybe.
Hmm.
Do you have it down to a specific date?
Yeah, what were the dates, Kyle? I think it's March 6th, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me get my
It's
calendar.
a
up.
weekend.
All right. Yeah, sounds great.
Might still be a little chilly here in Missouri when you guys come, by the way. March usually is. But we'll get the fire roaring. Roll some-
March 6th through the 9th. 6th through the 8th.
That's it.
Okay.
It's going to be a good time.
Sure would be fun.
Yeah, we're going to have a blast.
What? People having a blast?
Cthulhu Con, baby.
Oh, yes. That sounds great.
Horror on tap, as I put it. I'm thinking of, there may be some special surprise as well. There's always got to be a special surprise when you come to Sean's house. Anyway,
I like surprise.
yeah.
It sounds awesome.
Eddie's driving Jimmy's Cadillac, I presume.
He's got the best drive
Of
skill.
course, yeah, absolutely.
As you can see, I have a little scene here of Hibbs Roadhouse, just sort of the gambling area downstairs. We'll get to that in a moment. But a couple things to point out. Jimmy, the owners of Hibbs Roadhouse. There's a man named by the name of Henry Hibbs and his mother, Irene, who really kind of wears the pants in this whole operation, his mom, Irene Hibbs. So the owners of this place personally, and they're usually there.
Good. We can talk to him.
Yeah. Also, Eddie,
We found this at
Yeah, what's up?
I need a roll from you. Roll, spot hidden.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, spot hidden. Okay.
Okay.
What did you think it was, Tom?
Like your power to fight off a spell or something. Roll your power. Like
Hmm.
I've got great eyes. I've got a great spot hidden of 65 here, so
As you pull out into the street in front of Jimmy's place, you notice behind you another car pull out behind you.
Uh-oh.
And as you drive down,
being
down to
followed.
River Street to get down to Hibbs Roadhouse, this car's following you. Obviously, there aren't many cars on the road. It's still kind of snowing. It's wet and slushy and cold. This car's
gentlemen, do
obviously
we have our
following you.
weapons on us?
Let's get.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
Stop these guys.
Alex is more like, "Hey boys, you got your heaters?" And they're all like,
Pull
"Yes."
over.
You gonna pull over?
He's got
Pull
if he's
over.
got a really if he's got a really high drive skill, can he box him in or something?
Oh shoot! You just want to? Oh, you know what? That's a good. Okay, you know what? Yeah.
You just do a maneuver, and
Sure.
then we all pile out with our guns.
Yeah, judging by the look of it, Eddie, it's just really an old jalopy. You know, it's like a Model T Ford. It's old, you know, but it's, you know, definitely following you. It looks like there's maybe 2 people in the car, in the front seat.
Would you kindly tell our tail to get lost, and then I maneuver the vehicle so that we're going to be driving right next to him, window to window.
Well, as you slow down, the other car slows down as well, and it turns off onto Peabody Avenue behind you. You're traveling down River Street.
Chase it.
All right.
Jimmy
we'll
says, "Chase it."
All right, we'll chase.
Just to see.
Jimmy
where it
pops
goes.
it in reverse, you know, does the 3-point turn in the middle of River Street. Turning onto Peabody Avenue, you see that old jalopy down the street heading towards Church Street.
Are you guys okay with chasing these people, or do you want to?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eddie, you pull right up onto them, onto the rear. They turn right onto Church Street. And it looks like, it's hard to say who's sitting in it. They're wearing these dark clothing. Both of them are wearing big floppy hats. And both of them as well have like winter scarves pulled up over the bottom part of their faces. You can't get a good look at them. You kind of pull up next to them. You're trying to get a look at them, and they try to speed up. Taking a right onto Parsonage Street, you follow them, but you get a pretty good look at them, although you can't really tell who they are.
But I do lose them.
No. There's no
Hey,
way this old jalopy could outrun your car. They start heading back down towards the river on North Garrison Street, taking a right onto River Street, heading back towards Jimmy's place. Along the
So it sounds like
place.
Is there a spot? Is there a spot where he thinks he could, you know, maybe
overtake.
nudge him off the road, or you know, pull in front of him real quick and get him to stop, or
like ramming speed.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull over. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up in front of them and then slow down in front of them, like try to throw them off, get them unstable.
Okay. You do, and the car stops behind you, and you see these 2 figures sitting in the front seat. These big floppy hats. Car is stopped. It's still running, and they're just kind of looking at you.
All right, I guess we'll park.
jump out, man, and
You hear some
Pony
grinding.
toss.
You hear some grinding gears as you guys begin to get out of the car, and it starts backing up kind of slowly. Like the car bucks a little bit in reverse, and it starts backing up on River Street as you guys are heading towards the
try
car.
to grab the driver and pull him out of. And I pull the driver out of the car.
Yell,
Let's
stop or we'll shoot.
Sure. So Jimmy reaches. Well, the driver's window is closed. There is a glass window there. But as you run up, Jimmy, it looks like
Okay.
maybe, judging by their shapes, a man in the driver's seat and a woman in the passenger seat. But they've got their face covered up with these scarves and wearing these hats. You can't really get a good look at their face. But you're standing right there at the driver's side, Jimmy. The other guys are behind you. And the guy's looking at
I
you.
shatter it with my blackjack.
Jimmy whips out his blackjack, shattering the car window. The driver reaches out with its left hand, trying to grab you. Let's thought this might turn into some kind of combat here. Let me set this up.
Blackjack on the face. So what's going to happen to that person?
Barricade's got his circus hammer ready to go.
I think this will work.
Go to town, man. Takes out the radiator.
Oh shit.
Not a bad call.
Okay.
Or one of their heads. Whatever it's all.
The driver,
Well, I guess.
as you shatter the window, Jimmy, the driver reaches out and grabs you by the front of your coat, like on your chest, like this. You can see in his right hand is what appears to be a butcher knife.
Whoa.
And he tries to stab you with it.
Damn. All right.
I'm gonna have to do these rolls outside of the game here just to keep the mystery going. He tries to stick you with the knife, Jimmy. You kind of jerk to the side just in time, avoiding the blow. To what appears to be a woman, just by her size and shape, unlatches the latch on the door and steps outside the car on the passenger side.
Careful. Careful.
In her hand is what appears to be a machete. Jimmy, it's your turn. Eddie's next.
Yeah, so I opened fire on him, man, with my 45.
Jimmy, you reach for your gun, your waistband, you pull it out, and you realize something wrong about this guy's face, specifically his eyes. Again, his bottom part of his face is covered with a cloth, like a scarf. His eyes are this bright yellow colored, like bloodshot yellow with these huge black pupils. And his face is malformed, you can tell. There's something wrong with his face. That's probably Jimmy thinks real quick. That's why he's got it covered up, because his face is fucked up. What's Jimmy doing? He's kind of struggling with you now, just through the window, trying to grab you and trying to stab you with this kitchen knife, butcher knife.
And I smash him with the blackjack. I'm still pulling my pistol out with my other hand, you know, it's free, but I'm smashing this guy with the blackjack.
Okay. Swing that blackjack. Actually, Jimmy, I should have given you the opportunity to fight back with that knife attack. Would you like to do that with blackjack first?
Sure.
Now remember,
Yeah, sure.
in response to an attack, you can either fight back, dodge, or flee, basically. So you should have had an opportunity when he tried to stab you, crack him with your blackjack. So roll that blackjack attack for the fight back. He rolled really bad. You might even actually be able to crack him one.
I'm gonna roll here off my sheet.
Let me look at it. Use the combat tab.
Since you have not selected a...
That's okay. You can click past the targeting.
Mm-hmm.
It'll give you an option to roll anyway. Now you'll roll from chat.
Oh, roll from chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
All right, Jimmy, hit the car rather than the dude. Next up, we're going to go to Eddie. Eddie, you're standing right there behind Jimmy. You see the woman get outside the passenger seat with what appears to be a machete.
No, I want to make it clear. I did not get out of the vehicle. I'm going to put it in reverse and ram him.
Okay. Well, who's outside the vehicle?
Hey, Jimmy.
I'm outside.
Yeah, you might have to be careful with that, Alex, because these other guys are like outside the car, I think.
Well, none of them are. I mean, the proximity. I want it set up so that we're like. I tried to park so that we're like right in front, like directly in front of them, so that they can't try to pull forward at all.
Yes.
So
they were trying to back up when Jimmy accosted the driver. Yeah.
Right. So there's not going to be. I don't think there would be anybody between me and the other vehicles. So I should be able to just back up and ram the vehicle. Yeah.
You certainly can. Yeah. Give me a drive roll.
So, absolutely. Hope you don't
The
mind that I'm
car,
gonna
the
ruin
Model
your
T is
car.
actually still rolling backwards slowly. He still has it in reverse. It's going pretty slow though. Crash! Eddie smashes the
Uh-oh.
fender of Jimmy's Cadillac into the Model T, kind of knocking it sideways. You hear this screeching rubber, Jimmy, as you're grappling with this guy through the window. The car kind of turns sideways, almost clipping the woman on the other side. You see, she's able to kind of dodge out of the way. Now the car is sitting almost sideways on the street.
Right. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my foot on the gas. I'm gonna keep just backing into it until the whole car tips sideways, man.
Okay. Next up is Walter,
All right.
followed by Bear. What's Walter doing? They look like homeless people, Walter. They're dressed in these kind of grungy looking clothes, dark clothes, floppy hats, these scarves over their faces.
And Jimmy's outside the car, right?
Jimmy's outside the driver's side window, yep. Kind of grabbing,
Okay.
trying to bust the guy with his blackjack.
Well,
I guess maybe the car's now moved past me.
if he can,
Would the
I don't know. If the car's still in motion, then I guess he'll just stay in the car.
Eddie does have the car still in motion. Yeah.
kind of? I'm basically rammed into the into the side of this vehicle.
Yeah, he floors it like there's smoke from the burning rubber. He's spinning the wheels up against this Model T. Walter, I'm assuming you're in the back seat, just kind of looking out the back window. You can see Jimmy grappling with the driver. The woman is now out. She dodges the kind of car turning sideways, but she's got a blade in her hand. Can't really see very well though. It's dark out here and it's snowing. Ooh. Are you gonna do anything, Walter? Or are you just gonna stay in the car?
I think
I mean, it might be dangerous to get out of the car at this point because
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Eddie's.
So I think.
You got a good shot?
No, you keep crashing into things.
Because Walter, he bumps his head on the ceiling.
I think. Yeah, I think he's probably just stunned into inaction and waiting for the motion to stop so that he can get out of the vehicle and help Jimmy.
Let's just see what happens here.
He might yell. Walter. I mean, if he sees the machete in her hand, he's totally yelling.
He does.
She's got a machete.
Oh yeah.
She's got a weapon. She's got a weapon.
What's Bear doing? Now,
Was I able to get out of the...
Yeah, you were able to get out of the car with Jimmy.
Okay. So I've got my circus hammer out, and I'm looking to go to work. Who's supposed to get to?
Well, the man is still sitting in the car in the driver's seat. The woman is standing kind of on the sidewalk there.
And I've already seen, the car. The car is getting battered by our car, so
it is.
I think
it's rolling. Yeah, it's still kind of rolling backwards a little bit.
Yeah, I think just to stay out of that, time to go smush this lady.
As you raise your hammer over your head, getting ready to smush the lady, Bear. As you approach her, you can see that there's definitely something wrong with her face. You notice the eyes as well, these bloodshot yellow eyes with these huge pupils and this malformed looking face. And as you approach, she hisses at you like a cat
Whoa.
almost.
I hiss
Like
back.
the toe cutter
Lady.
hiss, you know?
Mm,
He hisses back.
I hiss back. I'm like, yourself, lady, and I smash her.
Go for it. Give me a mallet roll. It'll be on your combat tab, the blue tab.
Okay.
And I think you just click on the words circus mallet to make the roll. You may have to click past the targeting thing because we're not doing targeting in this particular battle. And you'll roll from that chat box. Bear was 78. He rolls a 78. Amazing.
He distracted me with that hiss a little, but I still made it happen.
Let's
Hopefully.
see. Let me look at her for a second here. Notably, Kyle, Bear has a build 2. He's huge.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah, so anybody trying to do, and then really where build comes in combat is for maneuvers. So if there were a person with a smaller build than you that tries to grapple you or throw you or push you out a window with a maneuver, they would get penalty dice according to the difference of their build and yours. With that in mind, what are you going to do, lady? She's going to hack at you with the machete.
She's spent her turn hissing at me. Come on.
Or she's going to try. I have to do these rolls
Did
off
he
the
did he
screen.
hit her?
Well, yes, he rolled a regular success, but with a fight back, if she can beat a regular
Okay.
success with a hard success, she will succeed instead. If she gets a hard or extreme success. She rolls a 94. It's a fail. Bear, you can roll your damage with the circus mallet.
Smash, smash.
Of course.
Crunch.
Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be 1d8 plus.
Click the roll damage button in chat. I think it might do it for you.
Oh, yes. Yep, it's going to.
Oh my god. 7 damage. Bone crunching blow.
Yikes.
Oh. Let me make
Does it
a
have
roll here.
bones?
Does it have bones? It's all cartilage.
There's you hit it right. You hit her right in the head, Bear, with the mallet. There's a sickening crunching sound as you hit her. She just goes to the ground. The machete just goes flying off, lands in the snow, and she's knocked out cold. However, when you hit her, the scarf came off and hat came off of her face, and you're looking down at what appears to be a dog woman. She has a snout like a dog. You can see she's got whiskers and these like canine,
Whoa.
fangy looking teeth. Her eyes are this sickening yellow. Her eyes are closed now, of course. But there's this grayish tone to her flesh, and you can see these sores all over her face as well. And she's got
The
this
Watchful Society's
scraggly,
gonna love this.
yeah, she's got this scraggly black hair on the top and sides of her head. No ears, just like ear holes. It's pretty fucking weird, man. Bear, roll your sanity.
Mm.
Let's see. Sanity. Let's see here. Here we go. Oh, I didn't make it.
Ooh, roll 1d4, Bear. Take 2 sanity. That thing, whatever it is not human, Bear. We're gonna go to Dr. Chandler. Now, did you exit the vehicle, or are you still in, Tom?
No, I exited the vehicle. I exited the vehicle.
All right, you see Bear.
And I'm shooting.
You see Bear just brain the woman with his mallet. She goes to the ground. Jimmy's still struggling at the driver's side window with the driver.
So I aim my rifle right through the windshield, front windshield of the where the driver is, and I shoot him in the head.
Dr. Chandler chambers around, takes aim, and shoots. Which rifle are we talking about here, Tom? Is it the?
It's the one that I got from Saladin, the one that blew that chick's head off in the other adventure.
Yeah, let me
I
find
don't know
it.
what it was called.
I can get it right off the Saladin sheet
Yeah,
real
but
quick.
it's like the Marlin. It's like the Marlin.
Hmm.
You know, it's like a short range. It's a short, stubby little
It's the
Winchester.
Marlin.
Like
The 4450 or something.
Yeah.
All right, there
Or
you
no,
go.
I think it's like 308 or something.
All right, it's on your sheet
freaking-
now.
Okay.
It should be tied to your
here it is,
firearm
44
skill.
mm. So rifle, shotgun.
Roll from your blue tab. Well, yeah, you can just roll rifle, shotgun. Let's just do it that way. That's fine.
9.
Oh, dude, that's an impale.
Oh,
Crack!
you did say you were going to shoot him in the head. Through the
I did.
windshield.
I made
Yeah.
a called shot to the eyeball, man. Crack!
Yeah, I mean, we call
Oh,
shots. You
yeah.
have to get the extreme success, but yeah. So, Tom, we're gonna do this. You do so with an impale. You do max damage first of all, just 2d8 plus 4. That's 16, 20 points, and then you get to roll your damage. So it's 20 plus 2d8 plus 4.
Okay, hold on.
So just roll the 2d8
Yeah, the
plus 4.
444 Marlin.
All right, let me get to that. 2d8.
In
Let's
chat,
see.
Tom, there's a button. If you look at chat in Foundry, there it says roll damage. You should try to click that. It should roll for you. It's 2d8.
And add 4.
So it's 11. 31 points of damage.
Crap!
With Marlin. There's Jimmy. You hear this crack, kind of startles you. Boom! And the thing's head just vaporizes. There's blood. It gets right in the face, you know?
Oh, in my mouth.
Boom! And the body just slumps over. Dr. Shanley just blew the thing's head clean off.
I say barbarian, and I chamber another round.
Yeah, the car begins to kind of sputter. It's still in reverse. Car begins to sputter and it stalls.
All right, let's rifle these people's pockets. What's in this car? And then we need to get the hell out of here. Then we need to go.
Wait, this dog lady she's just passed out. Do we want to grab her up, question her?
She is breathing. Yep.
Grab that machete and cut her head off, dude.
First thing we're gonna do. Okay, do we want to kill her or try to figure if she's got some information?
We got rope in the back.
As Eddie walks up,
so
he hears Bear like, "We're gonna do this," and Eddie walks up. You know, "Oh, we got some rope in the back." And Eddie, you look down at this woman and you see it. All of you guys would see it. It's not a woman at all, actually. It's
I grab the machete.
Yeah, it's some horrible looking, just unnatural, monstrosity. This thing, it's horrible to look at. I'm gonna have all you guys make a sanity roll. Eddie, except for Bear, everybody make a sanity roll.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
What the fuck?
I almost rolled 100. Did you see that? Well, maybe it's just the animation on my side.
And Sean, what was going through my mind was to grab the machete and cut her head off. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was going to do. So, for what that's worth. For what that's worth on my epic fail, 2 skulls. Not just 1, 2 skulls.
Yeah, roll a d4, Tom.
You realize it's not her at all.
Yeah, he goes over. I imagine Chandler
Goodness.
loses 4 sanity points. Dun dun dun. Chandler, you walk over, you pick up the machete, and then you get a good look at her. You're standing over, and you look, and you see her face, and it's like something out of a nightmare. It looks like like some of the pictures of demons you've seen in old books. Kind of, it looks animalistic, doggish, maybe goatish too, a little bit. It's got this kind of spiky hair. There's the smell coming off of it too. It smells like garbage or
Does it have goat feet?
the sour smell. Well, now that you mention it, you look and it's wearing like normal shoes, like leather shoes. But there's not something quite right about it. You can see this series of like straps and bands connected to the shoes. As if
Dude,
like holding the shoe onto its foot with these straps and these bands around its ankle.
Like, hate to interrupt this party, but we did just shoot a rifle.
But we're in the middle of nowhere, aren't we?
Not really. You're right on River Street, down in Rivertown, but it is snowing and it's dark. There's not many people out driving or anything tonight, so you got a little bit of time here.
Yeah.
For people to think that rifle's just a snowplow.
Backfiring.
I try to rifle. I try to rifle the
emoji.
car, man, to look for any kind of anything on the corpse, ID, anything like that, anything in the glove box, anything in the trunk, really quick.
No, I mean nothing of note.
Know what you guys want to do with the nothing?
Yeah, in the back of the car, there's some crates with what appear to be meat, like wrapped up cuts of meat, like steaks and chops and shit like that. It looked like just from the local butcher shop, Jimmy. Other than that, there really aren't any personal effects. You find in the woman's coat pocket is a handgun, 38 revolver. No ID, nothing like that. And as it turns out, Dr. Chandler, there's definitely something wrong with this thing's feet.
I cut its head off?
Your curiosity gets the best of you.
No, it doesn't.
It does with the fumbled roll.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, the fumbled roll. You pull one of the lady's shoes off, and sure enough, you see these hooves, much like a pig or a goat. It doesn't have feet or toes at all. And that's the moment where Dr. Chandler kind of loses it for a moment and cuts her head off with the machete. Right there on East River Street.
All right, let's get in the car. We need to go. We need to go. We load up at that punctuation point, the chopping off of the head. I'm like, all right, let's load up in the car. Let's get the hell out of here.
Do
Okay.
we want to take the head with us? Bring it to Armitage or something? Maybe you'll know what the hell.
I'm not a fan of that idea.
Yeah, you see a car coming down the street
What
down
are we gonna
Peabody
do?
Avenue
Jimmy,
now.
just leave this thing in the street for everybody to find?
I guess we could throw it in the river if you want to throw it in the river.
What, the head?
The river is right there. There's some warehouses and then some docks.
The whole thing, the body, the bodies. If you want to throw these things in the river, we could.
Him.
Yeah.
If we trust the dean at this point, I mean, we could, try and
I don't think we want. Do we want this
elicit
to
some
go
help.
public? Maybe that would be good.
Well, he could help us cover it up, and maybe deal with whatever it is. Somebody.
You guys
he's been studying these things.
You want to throw these things in the trunk of my Cadillac? Is that what you're saying to me?
Well, the trunk is.
Is that what you're saying to me?
It's kind of messed up as.
Well, you're
Jimmy.
putting these fucking things. You're putting these fucking.
You're gonna need a new
people in my Cadillac trunk.
Yeah, I don't think you know who you're talking
What
to.
the
This is
hell,
not the
man?
first time Jimmy's dealt with headless bodies.
Yeah,
Okay,
come on.
well,
man.
It's going to take some special care here.
If I knew we were
Alright,
cutting off
Jimmy,
heads, I would have brought the car where we
Alright.
cut off heads and put it in the bag. I got a
Yeah.
car for
Throw it
that.
in the river, Jimmy.
Yes,
That's
okay,
no
I guess
problem.
I-
But if we.
If only
We
you could
toss
just
it
call
in there,
I
Mr.
it's
guess,
Wolf.
I guess we
out.
could do this. I guess we could do this. We could take the bodies and we could put them in the trunk of that car. We could park that somewhere. We can come back and get them later.
Ooh, okay. Sure, then.
Right?
Then
You
can
guys
get
are
some
hot
guys
to have these. guys are crazy about having these bodies. I don't know why you want them. I say throw them in the river.
Yeah, I don't want these bodies anywhere near, man. I throw the head away,
Exactly.
toss it into the woods.
The river is
that's
right
the thing,
there, like
right?
maybe
I mean-
100 yards away.
The river's right there, man. Telling you, man, just to throw these things in
Yeah,
the
there's
river.
these rows of warehouses and then some of the docks out there. There's some ships and stuff, but the river's right
But
there.
Jimmy, you know as well as I do, without some cement shoes, I don't think it's just gonna wind up on for some poor person to find, and then it goes public, and then we find out there's dog people in Arkham.
Well, I mean, if you wanna put them in there,
That's a good
if you wanna put the bodies in that other car's trunk and park that car somewhere, and then you can, you guys can do what you want with them. But I don't want anything to do with the bodies.
All right, I think
That's just
we throw them in the
that's just
river
me.
and leave it to fate.
But you could it's.
No,
You
it's
guys,
fine.
what do you think, Dr.
personally,
Chandler?
I think it's
All right, how about this? Put the bodies into the back of the Model T trunk, and then roll that Model T into the river and sink it.
oh, I like that.
Problem
Okay.
solved. All right,
Okay,
that's what we
yeah.
do.
Dr. Chandler's
You
got
got
going
it.
on.
Right.
I wiped the blood away from my face that splattered as I cut his head off. And I'm like,
Jimmy's impressed with Dr. Chandler. It's like, yeah,
Yeah, Dr.
Good
Chandler
idea.
was the most
Chandler.
unlikely one to be a bad influence on this group.
Dr. Chandler's had enough, man.
Yeah, he's scared of the witches, man.
I don't like the witches.
All right, so here's the scene. It's let's see, we're probably almost midnight now at this point. You guys piling these headless bodies and the heads, presumably, into the Model T. Somebody maybe pushing it with Jimmy's Cadillac back towards the docks. All these businesses and stuff are closed. It's late at night. There's a storm, so nobody's out here. And then, in the cold, wintry night, just the scene of you guys pushing this Model T off the end of this dock into the river. Sinks like a rock.
Awesome.
Problem
All
solved. Good call, Dr. Chandler.
Let's go carve ourselves a witch.
Says Dr. Chandler.
And we found years later.
Yeah.
And we peel off into the night.
Years later, yeah.
I still have the machete, Sean. I kept it.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Chandler has the dog lady machete. How much longer you guys want to play tonight? Or do you want to stop here?
I'm good to keep going. Whatever you guys want to do.
This is
I'm good to
probably
keep going.
For me to stop. I can't stay on too long.
Okay. Let's just talk about next steps then. It's, pushing midnight, October 4th. What do you guys want to do? Anything else tonight? Eddie, as you guys
Well,
are...
the Roadhouse is probably still open, right?
Yeah, that's where you guys were going, right? The Roadhouse.
Yeah, and it's probably just starting to get popping over there.
Mm-hmm. All right,
I would think.
Let's go to his Roadhouse then.
That's right. We didn't even get there because these guys are following us. That's right. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
There's a little bit of an interlude there.
So we have no idea who they were and why they were following us.
No, but they
Nope.
must have been, part of the group or creatures or whatever that were at Lucy Stone's house, because you saw their hoof prints there. So whatever these things were, you saw signs of them at Lucy's
They're after the
place.
papers.
If we're
Maybe
lucky, that
they're-
was the witch.
Maybe they're working for the witches.
So
Who
getting
knows?
to the Roadhouse, you guys basically just kind of let yourself in here. You go down these steel steps down to the lower levels, and it opens up into this area where there's a little bar, some tables. There's some card games going on in here. Well, one card game really. Over in the corner, you see three gentlemen sitting back here having a card game. Jimmy, you see Henry Hibbs here. He's sitting over here near the bar, talking to Cora, the barmaid. You know both of them personally.
And we found the matchbook cover. Was it in Lucy's?
It was in Lucy's place. Yep.
Where did we find? Or was it was in Lucy's place? Okay.
It was, yeah. And as you guys come down there, Henry's there and he sees you come in. He says, "Is that you, Jimmy?" He says, "Hey, Jimmy."
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, you never come in here.
Hey, Henry.
What are you doing here? Who are your friends?
Yeah. So I introduced my friends. Oh, these are my close associates.
Mm-hmm. He says, "Come on, bring these fellows some drinks. Here,
Go around the table.
Have a table here, Jimmy. What brings you to my neck of the woods?" Other than him and these other three guys
we were
playing cards, there's
wondering-
nobody in here actually. You'd think it'd be hopping, but this is actually a pretty small place, Lee. You know, like it's pretty intimate and
Yeah.
low profile.
So I asked him about Lucy. Do you know this girl?
So he tells
Her
you,
around?
yeah, he says Lucy. Oh yeah, boy. He tells you that Lucy works for him. He tells you that she's one of his waitresses. And that of late, she's come across some, troubled times. And she asked if she could stay in, the apartments next door. So I'm kind of helping her out. But I don't know. I think she said somebody she knew died. I think her boyfriend died or something like that. So he tells you that she lives in an apartment next door to this place. He's one of his employees.
Has she been around today?
Yeah. Well, no, not today. She did a shift last night. I haven't seen it today, but I guess she'd probably be home. She don't go out much. Just then, Irene comes in, Jimmy. And she gives you this sort of cold look with her eye. She walks up behind Henry and she goes, "Now, Henry, I told you not to let the riffraff in this place. This is a high-class joint." And she kind of scowls at you, Jimmy, and winks. "I'm just busting your balls, Jimmy."
I give her a nod, or I give her a respectful nod.
Yeah.
I look over at Jimmy. I don't get social cues. I'm like, "You want me to mallet her?"
No. She's good people. She runs this place, I say.
Okay.
Right? She's really the person running it, correct?
"Yeah, so Jimmy, who are your new lapdogs?" she says.
Oh, these are my good friends.
Henry's like,
I
"Guys,
introduce them to
Ma don't mean no offense. Okay, Ma, go back to playing cards, okay? Go on, please." And she kind of walks away. He says, she should be home. It's awful late though, Jimmy. What interest do you have in Lucy anyway? She in trouble with the guys, or a while back, I think one of the things she mentioned to me was some guys from Atlantic City looking to talk to her, but
Now, why do you think that would be, Henry? Why do you think guys from Atlantic City would be here to talk to her?
Gambling?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Well, listen, Jimmy, I really care about this girl. She's a nice girl. She don't have nothing to do with no gambling or nothing
you
like
care
that.
about her. Well,
I think her boyfriend had some bad beef with the mob, something like that. She begged me, to keep these Atlantic City goons kind of away from us, so I did. They don't have any connection to you, I know, so I don't think there's any harm in that, Jimmy. I'm sorry. If I did something wrong, I'm sorry.
No. You didn't do anything wrong. You thought you were doing the right thing. It's not a big deal. Just, did you ever meet her boyfriend?
No.
This guy who had the problem with the
No.
gambling?
Nah, Lucy's pretty private, you know. She never told me much about her boyfriend, nothing. Just, I think something happened to him, though. I think it might have been,
This
you know, related to
I tried.
Atlantic City thing, to be honest with you.
Does he seem to be telling me the truth?
Oh, yeah,
Sean?
always. Henry would never lie to you, Jimmy. I mean, you're his bread and butter, so.
Hmm.
He's up and up. He's telling you what it is. He just says, and he's sincere in his apology too.
All right, Henry.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know any better.
Henry, thanks.
Because you know, there's this guy Oakes, one of the goons.
Yeah, no, that's okay,
he put
Henry.
his gun
Thanks
right to
for,
my head, Jimmy. I mean,
Thanks for talking to us. Let's we're gonna.
when a guy puts a gun to your head, I mean, normally, you know, you kind of crack.
Yeah, those guys from Atlantic City are serious guys.
Yeah.
You must really like this girl, huh?
Yeah, she's a good girl. Hey,
So I'll
and Cora, who's standing there, the barmaid,
uh-huh.
she says, yeah, Jimmy, she's not involved in anything, you know. She's just an ordinary girl. I think she got mixed up with the wrong guy. That's all.
What guy?
I don't know. She would never really say much about him.
Do you have a name?
Mm-mm. You know, actually, I saw them together. This is Cora speaking, the barmaid. I saw them together one time. He was an older guy. He was a lot older than she was. Other than that, she doesn't know anything, though.
I heard that one down.
Wick, is it?
No, it's not Wick. Just then, coming out of the back, there's this like service area in the back. Is a woman, a very good-looking woman. She looks like she's in her mid-20s. She's a peroxide blonde with a sway in her walk. Very young girl. She comes walking out, and she goes. Henry turns. She goes, Henry, is it okay if I use your car? I wanted to run down to, you know, Lucky's. He's like, oh, Lucy. And he turns to Jimmy. This is Lucy. Lucy, this is my friend Jimmy. They're here, you know, asking about you. I guess. He looks a little nervous now. Lucy, with a very kind of sly, cool stare, walks up to the table, right up to you guys, looking at Jimmy. And she says, what are you guys, cops?
I laugh. I'm like, no, sweetheart, we're not cops. Here, sit down. I pull a chair up and I ask her to sit down.
No, dear, they're not cops. They're friends. Lucy was, well, if you're not cops, then what do you want? And she refuses to sit down with you. She's like, what do you want? Kind of thing.
Well,
you guys are from Atlantic City, aren't you?
About your, no, we're not from Atlantic City. You can ask Henry. We're local. I'm very local.
She gives a visible sigh of relief when you say that.
Yeah, we're not from Atlantic City. We don't have anything to do with those guys.
Atlantic City, isn't that where that guy
We're not here to.
Yeah, that's where he was gambling.
We're not here to. Yeah, we're not here to. We're not here to. Yeah, we're not here to squeeze you. We're not here to collect any debts or threaten you or anything like that. To ask you some questions.
Questions about what? Are you here
about your boy?
About
your
David?
boyfriend?
Yeah, I thought you would hear about David. What do you want to know?
David who?
David Leader.
David Wick?
No, David Leader.
David Leader.
I thought you were probably here about David.
Professor
What is
Leader.
it that you want to know?
Well, when was the last time you saw him?
she actually gets a little choked up. She kind of quivers a little bit. She says, so
I'm here. Get her a drink. I asked the bartender to bring me a little drink for her,
yeah,
like some
yeah, drink.
brandy or something.
And she
Here.
sits, and she actually sits down.
Here.
Almost not by choice. She looks like she might faint.
Here, have a. No, we help her. We help her sit down and like here, have a drink, relax.
So rather than role play this whole scene, guys, I'm going to tell you what she freely tells you. Okay. She tells you that she hooked up with Leader earlier this spring. Here at the Speakeasy at Hibbs Roadhouse is where she met him. She tells you that she felt he was handsome, clever, not afraid to lay down some cash on a girl, she says. And that was all right by her.
The important thing.
Mm-hmm. And she kind of gives you the idea that while her head told her that she was no more than a passing thing to him, her heart kind of played a different tune, and she fell for him more than a little. She fell in love with this guy. But she tells you that she never really let it show. Probably rightly guessing that he'd drop her like a hot iron if he knew that she really had feelings. So you get this kind of dramatic story a little bit from her, and she gets very emotional about it. But then she begins to talk about when things started getting, quote, twisted up. He got involved in gambling in Atlantic City. She went with him there a couple of times. Let's see. She does mention too that when he died, she wanted to see his corpse, and she made an inquiry in the city, but they wouldn't let her see the corpse. She was pretty upset by that.
Why did you want to see the corpse?
Just to see that he was actually dead. You know, she tells you she loved this guy, and she felt that the way that his death was handled wasn't right. You know, and she also lets you know that she does know that he was involved with some sort of shady characters. She thinks that he was forging books and dealing them on the black market. He always liked to play being the high roller. He had taken her twice to Atlantic City in June and August of this year. And she reveals to you that in August, on that trip to Atlantic City, he was losing big. And he left Atlantic City owing money to people that it was very unwise to get tangled up with. At some point during the conversation, you ask her, you know, maybe like, was he in contact with people about these books, or who was he selling to, maybe something like that. And she tells you that in this racket, she knows that he used an artist, a young kid, to help copy the documents, a student of some kind, and that he had been kicked out of the university.
We know who that is.
And that he'd been kicked out of the university a few years back. But he didn't know who he was or what his name was. You guys do. She pulls out a business card. And she says, and then there was this guy,
Right.
He's a local antique dealer, who was a regular,
Right.
you know, he'd meet regularly with David. Sometimes when I was there, he was a regular buyer of the stuff. And you look at the business card, and it says, business card for a place called Unconsidered Trifles, Arkham, Massachusetts. There's an address on Church Street. It says Antique Shop. And at the very bottom it says Abner Wick, owner.
Yeah, nice.
There we go.
Dun dun dun. Antique shop. So this is where he was selling the stuff?
Sweet.
She tells you that he had met him, you know, once or twice socially. And you know, I thought that he was a real old-fashioned gentleman, but, you know, I don't think he liked me very much, she says. She gives testament to Leader's rising paranoia and instability and desire to skip town just before he died. She doesn't know what was going on with him, but he was really freaking out about something. She also mentions a creepy little college boy that she had seen hanging around with Leader before his death. And she said that she's
Little
actually
boy.
seen this creepy college kid a couple times since he died. She
Oh,
describes him.
really?
Yeah, she says, I thought that he was a gangster, but he just doesn't look the part. But I think this weird kid who knew David has been watching me. She describes him, and she's definitely describing Anthony Flinders.
So Flinders knew Leader, and he hung out with David.
Mm-hmm. Flinders actually told you guys that he wanted the assistant job to Dr. Leader when this Hop House collection came in, but that Amelia Court got the job instead. Let's see.
And now she's saying that they hung out together.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, he tells you no, they weren't.
See,
They didn't hang out together. He was just hanging around the neighborhood. I've just noticed this kid, this weird kid. I see him all the time.
oh, okay.
She described him
Okay.
to me as definitely Anthony Flinders, but he wasn't an associate of David's. No. She just noticed him like before he died,
Okay,
before
okay.
Leader died, and after he died. She has seen this kid. So, which is
Interesting.
pretty obvious. It kind of maybe leads you to believe like Anthony Flinders knows about her, maybe, and is watching her or something like that.
Right.
So, hey, Lucy, have you been missing any watches or anything like that? She's like, as a matter of fact, no. And then she told you about the gangsters, how these gangsters from Atlantic City were looking for her, and she was kind of able to dodge them. And she's like, I just wanted to remain healthy, because I thought that they wanted to kill me, basically. A girl's got to live,
Yeah,
but-
living does sound
Do you
important.
know of any other? Do you know? Well, the thing about Wick's awesome. That's the big pull from that, guys.
Yeah, that is huge.
Yeah, unconsidered
Yeah.
trifles.
All right.
But yeah, that's pretty much
Thank her.
everything
I
on
thank her
her.
for her candor.
Yeah. And she still seems really distraught, actually, about losing David. It is apparent to you guys. Let's have everybody make a psychology roll. Your last roll of the night.
Somebody's gonna have to roll for me. My internet went down.
Okay. I'll roll for Bear. Psych. 30. With Bear. He rolls an 83.
That's some book smart stuff, not
I'll
some
burn the two.
street smarts.
That's right.
I guess I can burn the 2 points if someone doesn't get it. Oh, there we go. Chandler got it.
Chandler got it. Yep.
I'm
Remember, when you spend luck, you don't get the check anyway, so. Chandler, however, does get the psychology check. Chandler, Tom, you believe this girl wholeheartedly. And as a matter of fact, after hearing her story, you feel quite sorry for her. She quite obviously loved this man genuinely. And he was a fucking scumbag. You know?
Yeah.
So you do feel kind of sorry for her, and she does seem to be telling you the truth here. When pressed on this stuff, she only gives you so much, but she kind of tells you everything. It seems like she's just spilling her guts to you guys. And maybe
She
even
gave us the whip name and location. That's what's key.
yeah, maybe even at some point Henry's there, and he kind of encourages her, like, yeah, Lucy, let it all out, kind of thing. And she actually tells you
we
too
thank
that
her,
she's
sincerely thank her.
yeah, she tells you that she's still scared too, and that she left her house. By the way, you find this out too. She left her house right after Leader had died because she was scared of the gangsters mostly, but other things that he was involved in. So she just left home and has been living here by the roadhouse. So that's why you found her kind of house in that state. Like she hadn't been there for a while. Just yesterday when you guys were there. So the garbage was all piled up. And
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
You're smart.
yeah, you're safe here,
You're
darling.
smart.
Henry.
You did the right thing, Lucy.
So, did she say why it is that these gangsters are after her? I'm assuming it's to collect his debts, but
Well, that's what
is
she
that...
assumes. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
They think maybe that she has something that he had.
It is. It was.
I asked her, did she have any papers of any kind? Did he hide any documents with her?
He said, well, I think most recently, before he died, he was mostly interested in these things he kept calling the Arkham Witch trial papers. He showed them to me, one night. And, it looked like a bunch of gibberish to me mostly, but some old historical, writings, and he was really excited about it.
Okay.
Just then, the electrical lighting in this whole place began to flicker a little bit.
So every time we talk about those
Pull out
pages,
the Zippo.
Yeah.
She goes, "Those damn lights again, Henry." Says, "I don't know what to tell you, Don. I just had them checked out yesterday. I don't know what's going on." She goes, and she tells you, she says, since Charles died, I've been seeing and hearing some weird stuff. I have these weird, she says she has strange dreams and nightmares. Things like, people talking in the next room and nobody's there. She hears these voices and footsteps. She says the other night there was a wine glass on the counter in my kitchen. The wine glass just scooted across the counter and just flung up against the wall and broke. She says, I think like my place is haunted or something. She tells you with all sincerity.
You might be right.
dude.
Yeah, things haven't been. Things are amiss.
You haven't seen any maggots lately, have you?
She gives it this screwed up look. Yeah. Maggots, he says?
Yeah, I said maggots.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
I clenched my machete.
All right. Any more questions or anything for Lucy?
No, we got to go see this art dealer or this antiquities dealer, Wick. He knows what the papers are and that they're dangerous. We need to talk to this guy.
Yeah. I mean, unless she would know somewhere Leader, secreted off to a location that, wasn't public to anybody, other than, his house and stuff like that. If she doesn't know that, then we thank her profusely and wish her well and tell Henry to make sure he keeps an eye on her and take care of her.
Yeah. No, Henry assures you. He is taking good care of her.
Seriously, keep an eye out, man.
Do we know if it might be worth checking out at the university to see if anybody's connected with this antique dealer? I mean, if he's a dealer in antique books, I'm sure that there's some professor over there that's heard about him. Maybe we don't want to go into this blind if he's some kind of witch or wizard or something. It might be good to know a little bit more about, what his relationship to this is.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We can definitely research him for sure, man. We can go look up his name and do some research.
If anybody's buying weird witch books, it's probably that Armitage fella too. We could probably talk to him. He might know him.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Armitage did tell you that he has always had an interest in witchcraft, and New England history, and that kind of thing. So it's almost 1 a.m. here at the Roadhouse. All of you are feeling rather fatigued, tired.
We go back to the Jimmy's place with the crucifix.
We go back to Jimmy's place.
Well, on the way back to
And
Jimmy's,
set up the watch.
Yeah, on the way back to Jimmy's, you're driving down. Let's go back to the map here real quick. I'll show you. You drive down, Church Street here in the Merchant District, and you see the shop. There's the shop right here. Unconsidered Trifles on Church Street. It's just this storefront right there, along this row of all kinds of businesses. Shoe stores, clothing, appliances. Unconsidered Trifles. So you drive past it on the way back to Jimmy's place.
We could break into it tonight.
First steps. Yeah, that's like
We
the
need
first
some
step in
sleep.
any investigation is breaking and entering. You guys do. You get some sleep that night. The night is rather uneventful, although not very restful for any of you. But morning comes. And early that morning, as you guys are having breakfast with Jimmy, one of your guys brings in some mail to you. And he says, Jimmy, is your mail? He says, this was a special delivery. And he hands you this white envelope. It's like a postcard size or a greeting card sized envelope. And there's no marking on the outside of it except on the back of the envelope. It says 45 Boundary Street, 450 West Church Street. Which, I guess by that parlance back then, it would mean like a cross street. Kind of on the west part of town somewhere, Boundary Street and West Church Street. You open up the envelope, and it's a handwritten letter. And it says, it actually says, Dear Investigators. Which is kind of odd, right? But it says, I hereby invite you to a formal dinner with me at the Crawford Restaurant tomorrow night. Remember, this is an upscale establishment, and be sure to bring your suit and ties. Sincerely, Mr. Abner Wick.
Dun dun.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
Could be good.
Maybe.
Just about all of you recognize Crawford's Restaurant over on Boundary Street is like the nicest, most expensive restaurant in town.
Wow.
It says, tomorrow night you are hereby invited. Sincerely, Mr. Abner Wick.
Why does he know us? He should not know us, dude. That's so bad. That's so bad.
I mean, this could just be like, junk mail. Dear investigators, not specific. Could be any investigator.
Yes, dear investigators.
Everybody in the block got one of these letters. Exactly.
We go next door. Oh, damn, it is specific to us.
Yes, all the investigators got letters.
Yeah.
He did. Now he did warn Leader that it was a dangerous book that he had.
No, I know he did. But how does he know about us, dude?
What?
How would he know?
How would he not know about us? Like, our reputation precedes us. We're just that popular.
You have had
We
a
cut their
busy
heads
couple
off
of days.
those people in front of the river.
We have had a couple busy days.
What'd you say, Tom, about the river?
I said because we cut the goat boy's head off and throw it in the river. I mean, is that what he heard? I mean, what has he heard about us? What does he know? I mean, shit. Does he know we handed back forgeries to these people? Does he know we talked to the dean and Roach already? What does he know? How can he possibly know this, dude? That's bad news.
Well,
He's got tabs on.
Should you accept the invitation, maybe we'll find out.
Yeah. We're going to be
Or
armed
accept it.
under our suit jackets.
It isn't a public place, at least, At least the guy has a little bit of class, anyway.
People can die in public.
It's not like, let me invite you to my dungeon and we'll talk about, no, he invites you to like the nicest restaurant in town.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So yeah, I think next session we'll find out the truth about Abner Wick. Find out what he knows.
We'll find a nice, safe public place. It's like, well, people die in public too. People can die in public.
Yeah. Don't we know? It just last night on River Street.
Exactly.
People died, or were they people? They weren't really people, but they died. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll leave it at that, fellas. We'll maybe next session we'll find out about Abner.
Imagine the people walking to work the next day.
Exactly.
Big red puddle on the ground.
Yeah, there has to be some evidence that you guys left back there.
A boot, an unleashed flash boot, and a pile of blood.
Yeah, luckily, Jimmy and the the O'Banion gang just have the police in their
Yeah.
pocket. So I imagine somebody knocking at Jimmy's door, a police officer being like, "Jimmy, do you know anything about had happened down
Well,
the
an
street?"
experience with getting rid of stuff like this.
Oh yeah.
As long as they're not dredging the bodies out of the car, we should be okay.
Yeah. Well, that'll be an epilogue. It'll make the newspapers. 2 dog people recovered from Miskatonic River. It'll be a typical Arkham Gazette article, Dog people
boy.
dug up.
Anthropologist stunned.
Yeah, anthropologist stunned.
So this is the start of the Inquirer. Dog person found.
Right.
Yeah.
Has secret papers.
Like 2 large dogs dressed in people outfits without heads
And hooves.
and hooves found.
Yeah.
Their feet were replaced with hooves.
Exactly. What cat would dress these poor dogs up in people outfits and sew hooves onto their feet?
Yeah, no. No. All right, gentlemen. Until next time.
That was
All right,
awesome.
that was very fun.
Yeah, that was a great
That's awesome.
session.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
we
great.
learned a lot
everybody.
tonight. But yeah, I look forward to the meeting with Abner Wick. I'm sure you guys are going to go, right? You got to go.
Oh yeah, we're going.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime Bear can wear his suit, he's in.
All right. Well, that'll be fun.
Made out of tent material.
All
All
right.
right. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
See all you guys
Sean.
next time.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Sean.
it's my pleasure,
All right.
man.
Yeah.
All right, good night, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.